What's happening, guys? Chris, VA Travels, down here in Mathews County, down towards the end of the Middle Peninsula, and going to visit the Kingston Parish Episcopal Church, old church that was established back in 1652. Current church was rebuilt after a fire in 1904, but going to take a walk around. Yeah, really old graveyard on site, a couple of historic graves. I'm going to visit the grave of Sally Tomkins, one of only 2 commissioned female officers during the Civil War. Going to visit the grave of Hollywood actress Toby Wing, and also famed pilot Dick Merrill, her husband. So check this place out. Big sycamore right there. But walked over to look at this marker. Kingston Parish, like I say, established 1652. The principal parish church is believed to have been located on this site since the early 18th century. So the original church, I guess, somewhere in the area. But yeah, it fell into ruins by 1841. And a lot of these Anglican churches fell out of favor after the American Revolution. Yeah, I'm sure that's what happened, but it was restored as Christ Church, largely through the efforts of Elizabeth Tompkins, sister of Confederate Captain Sally Tompkins. Both are buried here. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to look at their grave. After a fire in 1904, the church was rebuilt. Reverend Giles Buckner Cook, former member of General Lee's staff during the Civil War, served as rector here from 1904 until 1915. And decent amount of graves. Here we are. Kind of a tomb over there. I'll get to that. Big knot on that cedar, but I think I'll kind of wrap around. Start over here. I see a big obelisk back there. And yeah, I wonder if these are going to be something. I already see oh, that looks like the original Confederate country flag. So, let me make my way over there. But first, let me look at these. Died 1905. Oh, it's kind of unique. Okay, I don't think I've seen them like that in that style. Okay, quite a few like that. Here's the old Confederate, the Iron Cross, Napoleon over here. And so was there okay, so he was maybe a veteran, born in 1839, so he would have been of age. Check this out. Little urn on top. Okay, another cross over here. So he was born 1819, died 1906, lived a pretty long life. Weston's over here. He would have been a little too young, I think. This one looks older, died 1899. 1880 to the left. Little gargoyle back here. 1879, but kind of a newer block right there. And here's, I guess, the original. Okay, oh, this one's broke. And yeah, these tablet styles are always a little bit older. 1891, passed away. Yeah, 1876, the Wright family. Oh. Okay. I guess they just laid them flat back then, unless they used to originally be upright. Here we are. Okay, the Tompkins family. Captain Sally Tompkins, born at Poplar Grove here in Mathews County, November 9th, 1833. Died in Richmond July 25th, 1916. 1,300 soldiers were tenderly cared for by Sally. This memorial is erected by the Confederate Veterans and United Daughters of the Confederacy And yeah, President Davis gave her commission as captain of cavalry. Huh. Her interest in nursing and concern for the physical and spiritual needs of the Confederate wounded, she established the Robinson Hospital in Richmond, where she administered to the wounded. And okay, there we go. Yeah, Daughters of the Confederacy. So yeah, pretty nice display. Some random notes I can tell you about Sally. Again, born here in Mathews. She was born to a wealthy merchant. She had 3 sisters that died just weeks apart in 1842. There was a local epidemic that ran through town. She nursed many in the community growing up, both free and enslaved. She lived in Norfolk during her teenage years. After that, moved to Richmond. And in later life, I can tell you she lived for a time in Port Royal, a little further up the Middle Peninsula, right off the Rappahannock River. I can tell you that she never married. And yeah, her and some ladies from her church started up the Robertson Hospital. The hospital, it was the home of Judge John Robertson. And he had moved out of town just to escape the war, moved to a house in the countryside. So yeah, they turned his home into a hospital. And it was financially subsidized by the Confederacy and became one of their biggest hospitals. And she is one of 2 females that were commissioned captain. And after she was commissioned captain, she refused payment for her services. And she was commissioned on September 9th, 1861. On the military commission, she wrote, "I accept the commission as captain in the CSA when it was offered, but I would not allow my name to be placed upon a payroll for the Army." And the hospital is famous because it had the lowest mortality rate of any hospital, whether the North or South. During the war, when there was a Union blockade around the South, she had hired a blockade runner to bust through the line to go out and get necessary items needed for the hospital. And then when Richmond was seized and burned in April 1865, she had gotten permission from the Union medical director to keep the hospital up and running for the next 2 months. She was nicknamed the Florence Nightingale of the Confederacy, Captain Sally, and also Angel of the Confederacy. She hosted a reunion for her patients at the Grand Confederate Union in 1869. Veterans from all over gathered to pay their respects. I can tell you downtown Richmond, there's a big stained glass window at the St. James Episcopal Church. It's of her being overlooked by an angel. And there were plans to build a statue of her in the 1960s off Monument Avenue. And the plans were scratched. And listen to this, believe it or not, Salvador Dali did the design. Yeah, there was backlash because he designed a kind of a really strange statue, and it kind of didn't mesh with the traditional statues of just the other Confederate officers. So yeah, the whole idea was aborted. And yeah, after she passed away, there was an autobiography written about her. It's called "The Lady with the Milk White Hands." And yeah, there's a great picture of the church right there. Huge steeple. I wonder if they have a bell in there. Cool little brackets on those corners. But yeah, there's a light up there. I don't see a bell. Okay, there's a bell, kind of like it's not hanging from the ceiling. But nice looking church. And cool brackets hanging down under the eaves. Stained glass windows right there. And yeah, slate tiles, that's the thing in this area. And let me see if I stick my camera. Whoops. Yeah, so, okay, I see the big pipe organ back there. And looks like some veterans are buried here. Alright, so these are all kind of newer graves, 1990s into the 2000s. And I don't really want to walk on top of those graves. I'll just kind of walk around right there, stick the camera. And there's kind of an extra, I'm not sure how well you can see. To the glory of God, Catherine Grosh Cook. So, yeah, nice little church. I'll just take a quick look at the back, and these look like they're going to be kind of newer graves. And show you the back. A couple chimneys sticking up right there. Yeah, a bunch from the Lane family over here. And these are kind of newer. You see that looks kind of old right there, and I see a lamb, so like I always say, child's grave. And I don't see a date of birth. It just says died April 26th, 1871. And it's, I can't make that number out, 4th or 1st year of life. Might even be a 7. I don't know. I can't make it out, but I could look it up on Find a Grave, but whoops. Oh, I wonder what this is over here. Okay, so the Sleet family over here. Oh, more Sleets, huh? Yeah, another one back there, that cross. Virginia and George Sleet. Okay. Mr. Donovan right there. And he was a Mason. A lamb. I don't see dates on that one, but yeah, child's grave. Okay. 1931. And you guys know these tombstones almost always face east, so they can be hit with the new day's light. I just looked up Toby's grave, and it should be like 4 graves in one. Kind of a Celtic looking cross right there. Oh, behind it, Ramos, and pretty cool lighthouse on that one. And what is that? Just somewhere to place flowers, I guess? Would you burn a flame, or yeah, probably just to place flowers? Pretty cool. Oh, this one's got a little fountain on it. Kind of neat. And I wonder if they, I don't know, I've seen some, they kind of grow a little garden on top. I don't know, maybe that's not what they did there, but I see that sometimes. Wing right there. Oh, is this it? Toby Wing. Oh yeah, Merrill, there it is. And what is this? Oh, all right, so aviator, World War I, World War II, U.S. veteran. Obviously that's to honor Dick Merrill back there. So yeah, Dick and Toby married side by side. All right, so we're off a little river that leads into the Mob Jack Bay, which leads into the Chesapeake. Okay, I'll try not to get hit by any pine cones. All right, so first off, I'll just quickly tell you about Dick Merrill. And yeah, famed pilot. He flew the first round-trip transatlantic flight. That would be in 1936. It was also known as the ping pong flight. What's going on over there? Okay. He was Dwight Eisenhower's personal pilot. Also the highest paid male pilot. And that's M-A-I-L, delivered mail. It had a dedicated route from Richmond to Atlanta. And he flew the first commercial transatlantic flight. And he's supposedly a descendant of Daniel Boone. Wow, okay. Toby Wing, famous Hollywood actress. And she's got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, so she was a little bit of a something. And she acted kind of mid to late 1930s. Actually retired from acting or retired from movies in 1938 after she married Dick Merrill. They actually got married in Fredericksburg, Virginia. But yeah, and Toby was born out there in Amelia County. That's kind of the central part of the state. Amelia County, Virginia. And her most famous movies would be Murder at the Vanities, The Marines Come Through, Silks and Saddles. So yeah, you can look her up on IMDb. She dated Franklin D. Roosevelt Jr., the son of President Roosevelt. Also dated Alfred Vanderbilt. And over here, her father, Paul Rubin, he was an Army officer. He was reactivated during World War II. He was captured by the Japanese and survived the Bataan Death March. So that's pretty crazy. He was also an assistant director at Paramount Pictures. And yeah, he's the one who got Toby into the business. Okay. Okay, pretty neat. And I'll just wrap back through. There's some kind of graves back there. I'll just kind of walk through, see if there are any older ones. Okay, so World War II. Died not too long ago. Wow, lived a really long life, 96 years old. Just walking across the graveyard over here, World War I veteran. Looks like he died in 1951, born 1888 maybe. But pretty neat right there. Little arm holding a hammer. Oh, all right, so I don't know, maybe I'll just stand this thing up. Oh, okay, kind of a Mason design again, the arm with the hammer. And yeah, probably World War I, I guess. But yeah, Mason. Oh, a picture on this one. Nanny Miller. There she is as a child. Oh, 10 years old. Okay. All right. Oh, check it out. Brick bed right there. Stewart. Yeah, Cricket Hill chapter. Daughters of the American Revolution. Okay, World War II. Lieutenant Colonel, U.S. Army. Died in 1998. Oh, was she also? Second lieutenant. Huh. And it's that same kind of insignia. Anyway, let me go over here and look at these last few. Actually, okay, there's some more up there by the road, but all right, so I hopped online just to gather some more information. Yeah, Vestry Church, 1652. Vestry records show a chapel on the North River in 1679. Let's see, the oldest grave, that would be 1842, and that would be of Elizabeth Tompkins, the sister of Sally Tomkins. Her stone today is in the chapel just beyond the altar rail. Okay, but she is not buried inside. She lies next to her sister. Oh, and it says there may be some colonial or slave graves, but their location is unknown. All right. James up here, what is this? Walter James Memorial. Boy Scouts, all right, yeah, the fleur-de-lis right there. With the little American, the eagle, and the shield. 1919 to 1923, so just after World War I. All right, these are a little bit older. Oh, Confederate States of America, Walter Stokes. Company F of the 5th Virginia Cavalry. Cavalry. I always say cavalry. Yeah, 1827 until 1867. 1829 to 1903. And he would have been of age. That's Dr. Carnett. He would have been of age to serve, but I don't see anything noting that. All right, a little bench over here. It's got Dick Merrill's name on it in memory. And here's another one, Company E of the 61st Virginia Infantry. All right. Randolph Patterson. Gary Rosen, Bruce Crave. Okay, I'll walk over, and I saw a tomb style over there. I'll walk over there. I wonder what that rabbit symbolizes. Is that just kind of a, I don't know, a good luck type thing or something? And it's a little off-centered, but more James. All right, 1877, that little kind of couples the two together. This person served Vietnam. Kind of a newer, yeah, just passed away. Yeah, 6 months ago. Cross right here. In memory of John W. Deputy Sr. What's over here? All right. Another bench over there in memory of, I see the last name is Blackington. And that would be Reverend Robert C. Blackington. So what are these? I just see numbers going across, 185, 186, 187, so forth. Charles Richard Pogue. P-O-G-U-E, Poge. There's more plaques. Jesse Aaron. And then there's another. Those birds are going to town over there. Reverend Dr. Clement Dickey. Shot at the side. Walk through these last few over here. This looks kind of different. Angel over here for Jordan. And I don't see dates, but assuming that's a child's grave. Oh, a lot of coins on this one. Passed away not too long ago. Okay, all right, so it shows his interest right there. Probably hunted, like baseball, obviously. McCann, that's kind of a cool tombstone right there. Good. Yeah. Angel looking over. Mason right here. All right, U.S. Navy, World War II. (1932). Kind of okay. Here's that. Okay, 1928. So he must have served World War I. Born in 1880, so he would have been in his 30s. 1921. And I bet this one, 1920. Okay, let me look at this big tomb over here. Wow. Put a brick up there. Yeah, alright, Marine Corps. John Fines, California, 12th Infantry, 8th Division, World War I. There's a lot of World War I veterans in here. Alright, Colonel U.S. Army, Gloria Diggs. Coast Guard, alright. And 2014, but yeah, obviously fresh dirt right there. That's it for the Kingston Parish Episcopal Church. I got to see the graves of one of only 2 commissioned female officers during the Civil War. Saw the grave of a famous Hollywood actress and a famous pilot. So yeah, nice little find. So yeah guys, I'm gonna get out of here. As always, like and subscribe. See you on the next one.